Hi, this is Debbie. Welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming Urban Gardener. And this is what I've been doing today, along with so many other things today. We've had plumbers in and out of our house all day today. This is the old Victorian mansion in Cheyenne, Wyoming, fondly referred to as the Pencil House or the Sturgis House. You can look it up on Wikipedia if you want to, and I will include the link in the description down below of where you can find the house. Anyway, this is our kitchen garden, or urban garden as you want to say. We have 5 plots outside, and some of them are quite small and others larger. Anyway, this is what I've been doing. I've been getting some green beans harvested today. Got another gallon here of green beans. Already have a gallon in the fridge. Getting ready to can some of these green beans. And yesterday, I made something special. Yesterday, I canned up some strawberry rhubarb jam. Fresh rhubarb out of the garden, fresh strawberries out of the garden, all made up into a nice jam right here. I originally started out with 7 pints and a couple of half pints and these 2 little 4-ounce jars. And we had our plumbers in here today. We had plumbers to fix some toilets because we have 7 bathrooms in the house, as well as a shower fixture, and we had some gas piping that we had to get redone because it had started leaking. We had a tree fall last week, and it took down part of our fence, or well, bent it, and knocked the gas meter off. So we had a kind of an emergency here at the house. We had to end up evacuating outside while the fire department came and got the gas shut off. And then we had our energy department, which is Black Hills Energy, to come out and make sure that it was completely shut off and rebuild the meter, which they could not do until today because they had to get plumbers out here to do a shut-in as well as an air test. So we had plumbers to have to rebuild some of the pipes and be here to relight pilots on our hot water heaters, as well as our old boiler system. We have an old boiler system that was originally coal boiler that has been transferred over to gas, and it has been around in this house since the 1920s, and it's an American standard, which is now, if you think of American standard, most people think of toilets, and that's what they went into. They no longer do the boiler systems, but we do have people that come out and repair the old boiler when we need it repaired, which it hasn't had a whole lot needed to be done except for a filter one time, and it needed to be just regular maintenance, checked every year. We have it checked every year. And this was an out of the normal experience with having the tree fall. So anyway, we did some strawberry rhubarb jam. And of course, I have shown in a previous video the peach jam that we had done. And I also have some canned greens here. These are kale and collards here that I canned up with a little bit of some bacon and spices. So it's just like a southern style mixed greens, and we'll be doing more of those pretty soon, as well as we're doing the green beans today. So I ended up with only 1 pint and 2 little 4-ounce jars of the strawberry rhubarb jam left. I do have some more rhubarb and I do have some more strawberries, so I may go ahead and get that done, but I'm going to need to buy some more sugar because it definitely takes a lot of sugar when you're making jam, unless you're doing a no sugar method, which to me doesn't taste quite as good, so of course we have to put that sugar in there. So anyway, that's what I have been doing, as well as harvesting out of the garden. And of course I had shown everyone the super sauce tomatoes. They're still over here in my window getting red. And then of course we have a couple of Black Prince tomatoes over here. Those are the 2 darker colored, and in the middle is a beefsteak tomato that I pulled today. It actually vine ripened. And I had a couple of more that were going blush, so went ahead and pulled those. Those are beefsteaks as well. And then I had a pack of key limes that we had made a key lime pie, and we went ahead and took the seeds out and got those started in a wet paper towel. And I'll be putting those in some soil later today and getting some little key lime trees started. So we'll have the lemon tree and some key limes, and I'm going to try to find some seeds for just a regular lime tree that will dwarf down. And so we've got all these tomatoes going on and all kinds of things coming out of the garden. And at this point I have a whole variety of different cherry tomatoes. I've got the Tiny Tims, the yellow pear, the sun gold, and just a regular type of cherry tomato. So we've got all of those going on in this section. I've got some that are just ripening here in the window. Sometimes they'll fall off either by the wind or whatever, or I'll just wait till they get a little bit blushed up, and then I'll just bring them in and let them finish on ripening out here in the windowsill, and they look beautiful. We've been eating lots of salads. I also pulled 3 really nice squash yesterday. The one in the middle is a Genovese squash. It's a lot more pale in color. And then I have a yellow straight neck squash here that I let get a little bit bigger, and it's still very, very tender, so no worries there with it being hard or anything like that. And a cocozelle squash as well. Beautiful cocozelle. And I think it's a little bit larger than the yellow straight neck squash. So definitely have quite a harvest going on. And last night for supper, I went and made a stir fry with some chicken and mixed vegetables and some rice, and baked up some peanut butter swirl brownies, all homemade. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And we ate most of the pan, honestly. So beautiful brownies, wonderful harvests going on. Definitely is a plentiful time as far as gardening goes. I also gathered quite a few radishes yesterday out of this middle section. Some beautiful radishes. I just didn't show you those because they're in the fridge already, and I'd washed and cut them and put them away. So beautiful radishes out of this, and I will be planting some more radishes right there. I'm just not sure which ones as yet. Still have the French breakfast radishes coming on. They are beginning to make some heads now, and then we still have the cherry giant and German giant in this section. And I've harvested quite a bit out of those, but they still have plenty more coming on. And everything is still doing wonderfully. If you notice the fall garden tour, I'll be posting that with 3 parts, so check that out. And then check out this video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see notices on new videos as they come out. And we shall see you in the next one.